guess so.
Yeah.
There we go. We are live.
Hello, hello. We are live. Hello. How's everybody doing?
Doing fine. How are you?
Doing well, doing well. I just ate a banana, so I'm actually feeling all right. No caffeine, but I'll be okay. Um, so this is the 916 meeting for HVRE in 2018. We had today, we got Shiloh, Shay, Zach, and myself. So we're just going to go through a few things in which we've done this week, and then yeah, we'll go through we've done this week, and then talk about things that happen for next week, and then that'd be pretty much it. Just continue on this process, which I very appreciate Shiloh actually figuring out. It's been helpful. Alrighty, so in general, the project is we discussed last week at the end of the month we were going to have a playable game goal. So we have like 14 more days, and I think I had to let Shay talk more about that because I think he mentioned something to me, and also he put an APK out yesterday, so might want to check that out and see exactly what's going on there. It'd be really cool. Let me see real quickly. I forget that. So uh, so the goal was to like get something playable and everything, so we can continue to make progress before the end of the year. So we'll keep on keeping on. Um, so design department, we Charlotte just put her cursor right beside it, so I'm guessing she's going to add something.
No, I was just
Oh.
following along. You want to share your screen so that people...
Oh yeah, I'm so sorry. My apologies. Thanks for I completely forgot about that. My bad. Um, da 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 da.
And if anybody at any point wants to share something on their screen, please feel free. I can switch back and forth.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Alrighty. So yeah, add the book. So design department, we added the book handle to tutorial. It was added to the added that into the tutorial part. Tutorial part. Oh, there it is. Tutorial walkthrough. There we go. I put it somewhere. Where did I put it? I put it in the tutorial walkthrough. I think it's not show. Oh, the book handle glows to show it can be interacted with. That's where it is right there. Um,
There's a lot of
uh,
stuff in there that's pink from when I added a bunch of stuff, and we never actually
right.
went over it. So
Yeah, you probably should actually like.
Yeah, we probably need to just like maybe
confirm.
we can do that like today. Maybe like
yeah,
just
just
go
go
through
over
and see.
it
Like,
and make sure that we all agree where the tutorial walkthrough is.
actually, let me see. Let's do that just right now because of the fact that we're in the design piece. So you see right here, tutorial walkthrough. It says using glowing effects animations. The inner tutorial will walk through the player, get through their first mail delivery using their book, create their first level, the first region theme, the alley with the cardboard tower. Um, so, Belly Cat interact with other cats taking a picture once they're done. New info will be placed in the book. So, we're pretty much going through the first process of showing that like how they can interact with the like getting the mail delivery, using the book,
You want
like
me to walk
creating the
through it
first
since I'm the person on the right?
Sorry.
So do you want me to walk through it since I'm the
Oh,
person that?
yeah, you
most
actually,
of
yeah,
it?
you were as where wrote it, so you can go ahead. Actually, yeah, go
Okay.
ahead.
So I'm wondering if I should switch screens here. Hold on. I'll just put it up here. Well, or not. Sorry, I'm trying to switch between.
You're fine.
My internet isn't so great today, so give me a moment. Okay. So, play with Sparkle Kitty. So this is this top part here. That's the outline. I guess I can share it with you guys on Fudge. Turn on screen share, screen 1. Can you see that?
Yeah, we all went like so. I gotta select yours.
Yep.
There we go.
Okay. So this portion here is the outline of what's going on before or afterward, just to kind of give you a quick rundown. Basically, you want to play with Sparkle Kitty first, and then you get a reward. Then you use the book to craft first item, a toy. Then you place the toy, in the scene to attract first cat. And then I don't know what happened to the rest of that. There used to be other stuff. So let's just walk through the actual tutorial walkthrough. Play with Sparkle Kitty. So the goal is to encourage player to pet the kitty. Mood meter would adjust accordingly. After the mood meter reaches purple, mailbox flag raises, noise, particle effect, and kitty moves towards mailbox and sits. So I've got the mood meter reacting to the cat to give them an indication that they're doing something positive. The mailbox flag raises to let them know that if they do enough positive things, they get rewarded. We reinforce that with noise and particle effects, and to direct the player, the kitty moves towards the mailbox and sits down. To encourage the player to tap on mailbox, I should probably put in here that the mailbox glows, because we're using a glow effect on things during the tutorials.
Or the flag glows. But it might be more evident the whole thing.
Yeah, the whole thing glows. So getting the mail, player taps on the mailbox. However that interaction is, I would just assume that they would tap on it on their screen and it would then interact with the player.
Yeah. Very simple.
The letter flies out of the mailbox. Animation opens the envelope and letter. Picture of item button highlighted to interact. So there's a picture of the item as a button on the page. It would probably be the same icon as we use in the book. So player taps on that button, the letter disappears, and the items that they've gained fly around once with the particle trail and then zoom to the book to kind of show them that it's moving away from the player and towards the book. I don't know how hard that is to do. Might be too much, but I threw it in there just to kind of reinforce moving the player around.
Taps disappears. Items fly around with the particle trail and zoom to book. That's not difficult. That's actually possible. But the kitty also moves to book and sits.
Yeah.
I'm worried about that because based upon the design right now, it would be only getting to the edge of the play space and just stopping there. So it's not really necessary for it to like, well,
I mean, I feel like it as a consistency thing. If the cat's
starts, so where the book starts is right at the edge of the play area, and so the cat would be like right next to the book.
Okay, never mind.
I think Kitty is, or Sparkle Kitty is kind of your guide, right?
Right.
So you're gonna need to use the cat.
Good point. Okay, that sounds good.
Also, I think it's that's sort of just a little bit of extra. Like I think probably just the letter going to the mailbox is enough to, like the items from the letter going to the mailbox or from the to the book. All the items going to the book, I think, is plenty to draw you to the book. Really, the cat going there is also just an extra little like
to reinforce
fun
it.
thing. I don't know.
She's not the only thing telling you where to go next, but just in case you had any doubt, that would take you to the book. It was just a thought. When player sees the book at a distance, it glows to encourage use. And then this is where Leonard book handle glows to show it can be interacted with.
Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I gotta say, by the way, I just checked it out. Shay, that was a really great idea of what you did, and I guess we'll talk about later how you did it.
I love it.
Yeah, the book is really working well. I like it.
When the player taps on the book, it moves closer to the player a little. If the player holds the tap touch, the book continues to move towards the player until it's the ideal distance for interaction. Then it stops. The particle trail disappears, the book opens, and stops glowing. This was a thought here. Perhaps when the book is too far away for interaction,
actually,
it closes and only opens when it's within a certain distance to the player.
I think that could sort of work. So I told Leonard about this. Had the idea of if you're too far away, tapping anywhere on the book just brings it to you rather than clicking on a button.
Yeah.
Because at some point, like all the entire page on the book is like the size of your finger, like your fingertip.
Yeah.
And so you're sort of just randomly clicking on buttons otherwise.
Yeah.
And
Right.
It gets hard to even grab the handle of the book. So
yeah.
Having the whole book as a target sound good. And yeah, we might do something like close it to sort of
indicate that it's not
indicate
interactable.
That, yeah. I was also thinking that anyway for when you grab it, like when you grab it, maybe while you're holding it, it's closed, and then when you place it in the world again,
it opens.
Opens.
Yeah. That just sort
right
of
now,
helps reiterate and reinforce that it's moving and it's not interactable at that moment.
And right now it's not interactable, but there's not really anything to tell you that. But like if you tap, you place it by tapping, and so like if you try to tap on a button, it just places the book.
So does this that was sort of the quick thing that I put in there after we talked about it last time, and I'm hoping that feels right with what we're doing. It sounds to me like it works.
Yeah, it works. It's just we just have to, like, I guess I mean, this is all about exactly how to make sure that if the book is too far away, that can still be interacted with. Also, Shay mentioned yesterday about the size of the book as well, making sure that if you click on it, it actually be able to, if actually you're playing on like a small table, you'll be able to still see the book and actually read it. And I believe he fixed it just in the build by allowing the book to come directly to the screen and be attached to the screen, and then once you click on it, then you can take it off and then be able to go away.
So, so right now, it feels not bad right now. I think we need to work on. There's a number of issues. So right now the book is the scale of the world, so it's sort of tiny. But when you grab it, it comes close to you, and so it feels pretty usable. To me, it doesn't feel bad that it's small because it's so close. I had talked about also, right now it doesn't do it, but I had talked about also the idea that it doesn't scale down quite as much as the world. Like if the world's small, maybe it scales down some. I was saying maybe something like if the world's like a fourth of full scale, then like the book is half of full scale.
I almost feel like the book shouldn't scale. That like the book should always be the same.
Don't size. Like that because I feel like when you're playing on a desk, it feels like a very small little space. And if the book is full scale, it just seems so huge, and there's almost not room for it on my desk.
Gotcha.
But again, like having it be like somewhere between is sort of I feel like it's a little bit of a nice compromise.
Yeah.
And also again, when it was tiny, if it was right next to me, I didn't really mind that it was tiny.
Yeah.
Because you can still make it fill the entire screen of your phone.
Right.
The only problem is we need to look at. I want to look at if there's a way to make it more stable. I had an issue where, like all the stuff in the scene is sort of jittering a little bit. Like with the AR stuff, it's sort of jittering a bit. And sometimes when the book was tiny and far away from the play area, it moved a lot, and that made it hard to use a little bit. So that's where maybe just the book being a little bigger would help. And also, I would like to look at those tracking stuff and see if it can be improved. Later things that might be able to be improved.
Yeah, I think you might be able to improve it by using anchors, but we'll talk about that later.
Okay.
So does what okay, so let me see. So this first part right here is what is okay, never mind. Never mind. Thank you, Charlotte.
Yeah, I'm just gonna start clicking these off. You guys have all gone over it with me now. If you don't like
Yeah,
it,
pretty much.
we can correct it, but I'm gonna
Yeah.
go through
It did
this.
kind of like get in a lot of space and stuff like that.
At some point, it's like the idea to me of the using the edit mode should be like, you know what changes were made.
Mm-hmm.
But if after a month of just not clearing them, it's sort of pointless.
Yeah. So I'm
It
gonna
becomes
hit
at some
resolve
point.
on this because we've talked about it now. And then the book. Relative to play area. Not necessarily directly, but relative. Alright, so once you're in the book opens and stops glowing. Sparkle Kitty's icon glows. So it opens to the cat page, right? What
Yeah,
page
it
does
opens the cat page. Yes, it does. Right now, it opens the cat's page. I just checked it out and everything. That's exactly what happens once you actually open it in the first place.
So Sparkle Kitty's icon glows because we're wanting you to interact with Sparkle Kitty. When the player taps on the Sparkle Kitty icon, they come to the Sparkle Kitty character sheet with information on toys and treats Sparkle Kitty likes. The icons for Sparkle Kitty's favorite toy glows. When player taps on the toy, the item sheet comes up with the ingredients needed to make the toy. Player should have just enough to create one toy. The craft button glows. When the player clicks on button, the number of items increases from 0 to 1, and the place button glows. When the player clicks on place button, audio and item, so audio plays to reinforce that something's been done, right? And the item floats in front of the camera with a particle trail to play area, like in front of, not, it doesn't animate the item to the play area, but it has a kind of like a glow effect that goes to the play area, and then the ground plane glows to tell the players to place it on the ground. When the player clicks on the ground, the item is placed. Sparkle Kitty plays with the toy. Her moves her mood improves again, and then she walks to the food dish, and the book glows again. When the player clicks on the book, it opens. Food tab glows. When the player clicks on the food tab, kibble icon glows. When player clicks on kibble icon, place button glows. When player clicks on button, audio plays and particle trail leads to the food bowl. When player looks at food bowl, particle trail disappears and glow stops. Click to place food bowl disappears when empty. So this is a little confusing even to me.
Yeah, I think it made a little much.
Is it too much?
It's the same process as placing the toy, but with a food dish.
Okay. Also, can we decide on which color will be used when we say glow? Can we decide exactly which color is probably
probably whatever is the most like contrast so that it's
Right.
very apparent.
I mean, it
Okay.
could be.
Color
I
sparkle.
don't know if it necessarily be like the same color across all things.
Yeah.
Oh, really? Interesting.
Well,
I
like
thought it was
Shiloh
just
mentioned, like something like a color that is good contrast with the other colors that's around it. So like that's going to be different maybe for different places.
right, exactly.
Since Sparkle Kitty's our theme character, we should use the same color as Sparkle Kitty's glow. That
And
purplish,
yeah,
I thought about that.
um, like a sort of like a soft purple glow. I'm not sure if it'll be a little bit darker or lighter, so it stands out, but with maybe darker purple sparkles.
So I would agree with you, except typically purple is kind of hard for some people to see.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
You mean like colorblind?
yes, and not necessarily even color blindness, but like pinks and especially soft colors and things like that. I don't know. I think we should just probably experiment with it and maybe try to find. We can just start with the purple and see how that goes, but we want to make sure that whatever it's up against, that it's got contrast so that you can see that there's something there, whether or not you see the color. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
It's just a concern with actually like this being effective for, because I dated a guy who couldn't see pink, and he could see like a variety of other colors, but for some reason pink and purple and like lavender and those kinds of colors, just they all looked like,
I feel like
I think for him it was green. They looked like green or something. It was really weird.
you don't even necessarily need to. I don't know. I guess if the color looks the same exact color as the background, you don't see.
Hmm. As long as it glows.
But
I'm just afraid
like
with
to
purple that
me,
it would just be a purple outline.
yeah. To
It,
me, like
it
it
just
doesn't
needs to
necessarily
glow.
even like the color doesn't even matter a whole lot. It's more just you see some sort of movement and something different about it. I don't know.
Right.
Maybe. I would say don't get too hung up on the color until you get it like working, and then
Yeah.
after that worry about the color.
Understood. I just I saw glow a lot, and I was like, maybe we should make sure we are standard on glow.
I wouldn't be opposed to having a common language where it's the same color, whatever it
Right.
is.
Yeah.
That's common in a lot of games where you're using a color for tutorial type things. Um, but whatever it is, I'm not going to be too picky about it. If you can get purple to work, that's fine. I love purple. It's my favorite color. But I just want it to like be able to be seen and be effective and showing the tutorial.
And that's the idea, to be effective.
Yeah.
As long if it's effective, it actually will be. It's necessary to do. So we have to figure that out.
Hmm.
I could actually do a couple quick variations, like take a picture in a play area and try out a couple just brushes with glowing.
Well, the problem with that, it'd be better if you could get into Unity and play with some effects. Do you feel
I
comfortable
mean,
with that at all?
I think it wouldn't hurt just to sort of do some concept art.
I mean, I was just saying that like once you get the concept art, it sounds good in theory, but actually doing it in Unity's may or may not be possible. Maybe you know.
I mean, lots of things are possible.
Okay.
And I mean,
I'll
'cause
leave it up to you guys, but
I could do something that has a similar look, but maybe I don't exactly replicate what he drew. But
yeah.
I mean, generally with concept art, a lot of times you don't exactly match what they do, but
Mhm.
Yeah.
it just gives a like if he wanted to do that, and then it would give me like just a good direction of what it
That
should
makes
look like.
sense. Sorry, I've been playing with effects lately in Unity, and I know I'm like I can't get it to do this thing that I really want it to do, and I think it's because I have something very specific in mind. And
There's
Oh.
yeah, I mean, there's again a lot of things are possible. You just have to play with it, and maybe it's just not entirely possible right like out of the box, but you
yeah,
can like play with
shaders and
a
things.
particle system and in combination with a shader or something.
Yeah.
And there's,
Oh crap! I
there's
just
lots of
realized.
settings on a particle system also.
I just realized something.
Are you okay, Leonard?
Yeah, no problem. My bad. Continue on. I'll be right back.
Okay. I think you left the oven on. Um,
What?
Headphones. Y'all hearing everything. I'm so sorry.
okay. So basically for the food situation, I'm trying to reinforce two things. One, that it's a very similar process to placing the toy, and two, you can access the tab for the food a different way than going through Sparkle Kitty. Does that make sense? Like if you just want, they will always have kibble to give the cats.
Well, wait. They always have kibble? Which
Yeah, you want to always be able to feed the cats, but
you don't have to.
Sorry.
it's like
But if
their
you
least
can't-
favorite food. Like nobody likes kibble, but it increases their mood a little bit.
Yeah. The way that I thought of it before was, or at least originally, the way I thought about it was the resources for kibble. You just find a lot of.
They're very common.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of course, I don't know. We sort of changed resource cap. I don't know.
You get a lot of kibble from the mailbox.
Can we make a check to see if there actually is enough?
Kibble was infinite, much like I figured that there'd be at least one toy, one food, and one way that you can interact with the cat and one way that you could feed the cat by default. Much like there is a tower in there to start with, right?
Right. Exactly.
Certainly you'd give them stuff to start with.
Yeah. That way, if they don't play for a while and they're out of stuff, they can at least continue playing the game.
Yeah.
It gives them something to work with. Kibble that and I'm taking this directly from what is that? Neko Atsume. They always had kibble.
Yeah.
The only cat that loved kibbles was Tubbs, I think, but Tubbs liked everything.
He's tough.
He's Tubbs.
So that works.
I mean, it's just so that I just want to make sure that players can always come back to the game if they take a break from it for a while.
Exactly. No, I can understand that completely.
But with your argument, Pokemon Go does something similar to what you're talking about, where all you have to do is visit one stop, and if you're out of Pokeballs, it'll give you Pokeballs.
It's basically just not hard to gather.
Yeah.
Small amounts of resources. Yeah, so that was more what I was thinking it would be like. But,
I guess
with the mailbox, I don't know. Maybe with the mailbox, it's not as good of a way of seeing it.
Well, you get stuff in the mailbox like once a day, right? Or once per interaction.
We still have to figure that out. It's still a balance.
That's a balance thing.
At the moment, we're testing sort of to make the whole thing go faster.
Yeah.
You get if a cat is happy, they'll give you random stuff every minute.
Yeah, that's a lot faster than it probably would be.
That's definitely too much, but
yeah.
But
it works for testing.
And it's random. Part of that was it would also eventually be a little bit more intelligent and give you stuff that you need sooner.
Right.
So like if it's semi-linear experience, then like when you're at level 1, it won't be giving you a lot of stuff for level 6 because you won't be able to use that for a while anyway. And you need the level 2 stuff to get to use the level 6 stuff. But right now it's just sort of random. So, getting lots of stuff helps you be able to do things. There's also, of course, the debug menu where you just give yourself things.
Yeah, but that's not what I said.
Yeah.
Okay. I had a point, and it kind of relates to, well, it relates to exactly like the Pokestop mailbox thing. I mean, the idea, the Pokestop, our Pokestop is our mailbox, pretty much.
Except like
So,
it's different.
huh?
Except it functions differently.
It functions a little bit differently, of course, yeah. But the thing is that, yeah, because it's based upon like time based and not just. Well, actually, Pokemon, the Pokestops are actually time based as well. They actually you
But
get something and then you have to wait 5 minutes or get something else.
the big thing with the mailbox to me that is different is the fact that you have to earn them, sort of. If the cats, if you don't have happy cats, you don't get stuff in the mailbox.
Yeah.
Oh, good point. Good point. I see that.
Which is
Yeah.
a different thing from a design perspective, in a way.
Right. Of course. Okay. Understood.
At
Yeah.
what point do you not like, when you're in the lower three colors? Colors or
yeah. One thought I had was it also might be just change the frequency also. So maybe like nothing at the lowest level, but you get things more frequently.
and like multiple things when you get something.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, more frequent and more stuff in each letter when they're happier.
Right.
I like
There's weighted values based upon what you were at. Hello.
Hello?
Yeah.
Everything just went silent for a split second.
Yeah, my internet is going in and out quite a bit, so it's kind of blurbly.
No, you're
I
fine.
thought I heard Zach say something, but I couldn't understand it all.
Oh
Yeah,
it's cool how you have it random right now, where you get different random items when you click on the mailbox.
Yeah.
That's all I was gonna say.
Okay, cool. Alrighty. Alrighty. So, do we feel kind of pretty much solid on the tutorial now?
I think at this point it's sort of go ahead and start making some stuff and see how it feels.
Yeah.
Okay.
I would agree with that.
Okay.
I think this is just a starting point, and then we'll work on basically work around this and try to evolve it as we go.
Exactly.
And at some point, like, have someone play it and see how they do.
Yeah.
Yeah, that too. I'm not against, the open beta situation, everything in the future and stuff. So, but we can talk about that later. Alrighty.
Alright, I'm going to switch back to... Where's Leonard? There you are. I'm switching back to your screen.
Alright. There we go. Alright. So technical, what were you doing last week?
So on the document I made a list. Sorry. I did a bunch. I got the towers. The book, tower pages in the book working more how we wanted them.
Yeah.
And you can actually like switch out a tower now, and it switches out also switches out the fence, the mailbox, and everything.
That's cool.
And I also made the book so you grab it. Also, everything with the mailbox is just like sort of things immediately jump into place. So it's just not actually like nice animations.
Okay.
So like the letter coming to you, I need to still work on like it actually animating to you. But right now I made the letter. When you click on the mailbox to open it, the letter just jumps to right in front of you.
Yeah.
Which I was thinking eventually it would sort of come up to you. Um, it's similar to like when you grab the book. The Yeah, and so I actually added a castle. Um, the I don't know. We'll have to look at the castle. It
What's
The
wrong?
final stage of the castle is sort of big. Uh, so I scaled it. I scaled the castle down enough that it fits in the play area. Uh, the way it is right now, it still takes up an awful lot of the play area, and the first the first stage of the castle feels small. It's the same size as that piece is in the final castle, and it feels small. Like there's a cat could not fit in it. Um,
Yep, we'll need it at least big enough for the one cat to get in there.
yeah, I was thinking maybe we could stop at the stage before last with the castle, which is a bit smaller. Or like it gets a lot wider, which was like it
Right.
gets a lot
Oh,
wider than the cardboard one ever gets.
right. Very true.
So I don't know.
I'll need to test
Uh,
it out. I haven't
You
seen
need to
the
work
castle
on that a little bit. Yeah. So if you want to test again, you can like go to the debug and give yourself a bunch of stone and just quickly get all the towers.
I'll have to look at that. I just installed a new APK stuff like that, so that'd be good. So the thing is that the third tower is very big. You said third part of the
Yeah, this third
stone
stage of the
tower
castle tower is
too big.
big.
Okay.
Uh,
Well,
and Jared made it into like 6 different steps, I think.
yeah.
And
Actually, I think the cardboard has 6 different steps. I mean, to
I
play down
think
to
the cardboard
30.
has 5. Um, anyway, we could stop at like we could have 3 nice steps and stop at the one before the last one he made and have it be smaller.
I need to
Okay.
look at them and decide which one
Yeah.
would work.
You just yeah. We'll leave that to you. We leave that to you, Zach, and you can decide which one
Okay.
is actually best.
It's still fairly elaborate. The second to last step. I don't know. I feel like that'd be an acceptable last stage of the castle.
Right.
Maybe I don't know. Maybe at some point Jared could also adjust it a little bit.
How so?
I'm not sure exactly right now exactly how he would adjust it, but
You mean like sort of rearrange some things?
yeah, like maybe selectively cut off certain parts or something, or I don't know.
Could like make one side of that little bridge behind the tower, behind the like broken off on one side or something.
Here, let me look at it.
Okay. Let me see if I can find it. I'll bring it over here. Oh, Charlotte. Oh, you're seeing my screen. I'm seeing Charlotte's screen. Gotcha. Oh, I should do my screen. There we go. Oh shoot. Does this work? Oh, whatever. Does anybody have a picture of it? If you can find it, you can look at it real quick. Like,
The bottle?
yeah, we'll see. Let me see. Golly, what's it called? What's the task manager system we're using? Trello.
I have it on me right now.
Oh yeah, no, never mind. I'll stop. All right.
Are you showing it on your screen?
Yeah, I'm trying. I haven't done this before. Frame
It's okay.
rate.
Just
I don't see the share button is grayed out.
share your screen?
Oh yeah. Here.
There you go.
Cool. Okay, so that's the final one?
Yeah.
Okay. HJ, you said that's too big.
Yeah.
Is it too wide?
So the blob is just too wide.
Yeah.
It also takes up. I mean, in general, just sort of takes up like half the player.
Oh, really? Okay.
I'll show
So,
you.
are we able to use those surfaces on the side? Like the
Surface?
planes on the rock on either side and on the towers to place things?
Not right now.
If that were something that we could do, then we wouldn't really lose a lot of area.
It also here. Let me look. I'm gonna
Right
post
now,
a screenshot really quick.
Are you going to share your screen, Shay?
Oh, I guess I can just share my screen. I was gonna post a screenshot. I guess I can just share my screen.
Yeah, just share your screen.
Share my screen.
I'm so happy right now everybody's sharing their screens.
It works.
Why?
Ow.
How do you? So you click screen share,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
and a little thing pops up with some options,
Mm-hmm.
and a
Yep.
share button that I can't click.
Oh, click on the screen. There, like if it says.
Oh,
screen,
I see. I
then
just
click-
select
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
screen. Okay.
Yeah.
So the screen you want, and then you.
But there's
click
one option. Okay, whatever.
it. Yeah, that's not intuitive at all.
There we go. We have you.
Yeah. So this is what it looks like.
Wow.
If I scale it up so that I feel like the opening is a little bit more reasonably sized for the cat,
Yeah.
it starts to be overflowing.
Ah.
So this is what it is right now,
Mm-hmm.
which
But the cat can't get
but-
in.
yeah fits, but it's still takes up a lot of space.
So
And yeah, where's the humans? Look, where's Spark Kitty? Here's the. It's only a little bit too small for the cat. A cat could get in there.
yeah, actually, it's probably fine.
If they lean down,
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
I mean
crawl.
it's a cat. They can
it's a
get
cat.
into little
They
places.
could get in there. That's
Yeah.
fine.
As long as we don't have the cats clipping through the top.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's two.
Yeah, I don't know when it like.
And can they fit through the little tower hole?
That's what it looks like sitting. So yeah, it would not pop out of the top. I think.
Mm-hmm.
it's sort of scale sticks out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's definitely smaller than the box is right now. That's not it. The
Maybe I could like.
that's the box right now.
Gotcha.
Yeah, it's way bigger.
So maybe
We could move the one at the right or left rock climbing pieces
Yeah.
a little bit to the left, like that right one. Move it toward the front castle, symmetrical, and then increase the size of the whole thing a little bit.
Yeah, you can maybe get rid of.
That could be done. Like the cat can still get up on the left side. And maybe we
think-
could have some moss growing up on the right side.
I think something like that was. Or here, I can look at it actually. I have it. Yeah, so yeah, it's like that. That's the second to last stage. It's just that.
oh wow.
Um,
So in other words,
I do think it's missing a lot of its character though without
Yeah.
the bridge.
Yeah. Ow. Hmm. Alrighty. So let me think.
I think it's fine without the right rock.
But it also right now uh has like these little tiny puddles of water.
Yeah.
Um, but if you make it high enough to see that, the actually I guess on the phone in AR I guess they'll render. It just look a little weird.
Hmm.
The castle is sort of floating. If you put the water, things of water at the ground, the castle sort of floats. Which it might not be that terribly obvious even in AR.
That's not something you can edit right there. Moving the castle down a bit.
Can you just lower the third portion?
I could probably just do that in Unity because it's all separate pieces, yeah. Or I could take.
But,
I'm not gonna do it right now.
Yeah.
what do you
Yeah,
think?
they'll do it right now and everything, but try to make it so that um, those little parts in which we can take off a few of them actually have it still feel like it's a castle, but not like
And one
straight
thing
up like.
I'm seeing with it is that you might be able to, although it may not work. No, never mind. I was gonna say maybe we could angle the balustrades a little bit, so that it's more like a kind of tapered in on the sides a little bit. You'd still have the same things, but they'd be angled. The bridge, yeah, tilt that
part.
back towards the tower in the front. But
Give it
it's
a
one
little bit
piece,
more.
so you can't do that.
I mean, I can't do that.
I'm wondering if with that
Can't do
edit,
it in Unity.
removing that rock, maybe see if Jared wants to make the right side look a little bit more aged and roughed up, like some stones have fallen off, and add some greenery.
I wonder if we can do that in texture.
Well, not stones falling off. You said aged, like you can make the wall look a little bit aged. You can't like
Yeah, like a
make
collapse
falling
on
off
one side or
stones.
something.
Yeah.
Just make it look like it's some stones are missing.
You put a hole, and you put a pile of stones at the bottom of it.
That could be cool.
Yeah, that'd be interesting. Just time wise, we'll decide on that.
Okay.
But I'll leave that up to you. I'll leave that to you, Zach. Exactly how we can make that work, and then get in touch with Shay and see exactly what's possible and what's actually looks good and stuff like
I
that.
think for now it's actually not that horrible.
Okay.
Then you can
Because again, the cat sort of fits in there.
Yeah.
So for now, and maybe not the highest priority.
Yeah, probably get some of the other new stuff that we need done.
Oh, maybe getting the moat.
That's
I currently have. You can see where.
Plus, the moat sort of curves out and might create more space.
Yeah, so this is our moat right now. I made. It should be. I haven't actually seen what his model like from your concept. It should be fairly square still.
But more. What's the word I'm looking for? More character.
Organic.
Like organic, yeah.
Yeah, it should be a little bit organic, but still fairly square.
I wish I could find that.
So, okay. So let's see. So our
All right, so we're done with
Okay.
Shay's.
I think we're done with Shay's. I was
Moving
thinking. I
back
was
to
trying.
yours.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Sorry, I was literally in the brain fart just now.
It's okay.
All right. So cool. Thank you, buddy. Um. All right. You're next, Zach.
Yep.
About what's going on and stuff like that. So I'll switch back over. Hold on one second. Well, actually, you can still see my screen. Um. Anyway. All right. Thank you, Shay, and all you do. Um, we'll try to make sure that we can get those pieces in there so that they'll look better and work better. So thank you very much. All righty. Art department, what did you do last week, my peoples?
All right, so Jared has completed the new crafting item models, as you can see on my screen.
Oh, shoot.
A bowl of rice, rubber, star sticker, metal, seasoning, and raw chicken. So those are all uploaded.
Yeah. Cool.
And continuing on, David has fully rigged the cat, but is currently in the process of doing the weight painting, and he's sounded like he was close to finished.
Mm-hmm.
He will not have as much time to do animation. So
yeah, I saw that.
Like you mentioned, maybe he can find someone in his classes.
Yeah. Did you mention that?
No, but you mentioned that last week.
Yeah. We can try to get more students involved, whatnot, through the fact that we have them back now and stuff. And from what I saw, the class was actually pretty strong, so that's really good. I
a lot of
feel
students
like
seem to have the same thing, right? It seems like a lot of the students seem to have the problem of not having much time.
right, of course. Um, so, um, so yeah, well, if it's a blender and everything, if I get some time next week, I'll see what I can do. But I can't make any promises. A lot of things are happening, but we'll see what we can do. We'll figure it out in time. So, okay, go ahead.
Okay. So for concept art this week, finished the sushi treat for Princess Kitty, and as we talked about, we wanted to have 3 pieces on a tray. I gave it a little bento box type tray with some of the gold embroidery design, like on Princess Kitty's fur. And let's see, each sushi will be 2 halves and 6 total, so 6 pieces total. Probably get eaten slower, and I guess finished by the time, just like how the kibble.
Sorry.
The time the kibble gets finished, probably. So.
I want an animation now of the cat eating sushi with chopsticks.
Okay, I'll see what I can do, Shay. I can't make promises, but I'll see what I can do. I'll see what I can do.
For modeling, let's see. Should we have should each sushi be? Should Jared model a whole sushi piece and then edit that sushi piece to be half, and then we would just switch the whole piece with the half piece?
Yes.
Or will we have will they be puzzle pieces?
It should.
One half will be eaten.
It might work. I don't know. It might work fine to have 2 halves there. It might obviously look split in half.
That's fun.
So yeah, if it looks sort of split in half, then you might want to just have a model of the whole one and then a model of one.
All right, I will make a note of that. And then continuing on, I started doing Dragon Kitty, and right now I thought it would work best if this cat just had a mask instead of it being transformed between a cat and a dragon. More playful, but still fantastical. Sort of fit our the mood we're going for the game.
Sure.
We'll also have fur that's not like any fur I've ever seen on a cat.
Who's sharing music?
Oh, you heard that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my God, crap! I'm so sorry. How did you hear it? Oh
You're
well.
sharing your screen.
Oh yeah, you're hearing the screen. Oh yeah, you're hearing the screen. I'm so sorry. My bad. I am embarrassed.
Okay. Zach?
Yeah. Zach, go ahead. I am so
Yeah.
sorry.
But yeah, this is Dragon Kitty in progress. And it currently has a mask.
Are you showing him on your screen? Because we're not seeing it.
I am
Can't see
working on it. Oh no, that's
I'm
not
showing
me.
it on my screen.
Am I showing the right screen? That's my screen. That's
I don't see it on Zach's screen. I think
Zach. You're not sharing it on the right screen. We're seeing the meeting agenda on your screen.
you're sharing just maybe a window or something.
There
There
it
you go.
is.
Well,
Dragon Kitty.
and that's a mask. I don't know. Every time I see it, I'm like that's a. It's, I've just never seen a dragon
So,
cat before.
so the horns on the back, are they going to be tied on with a string too? That'd be super cute.
Yes, it would. It actually would work.
It's adorable. Now I want to make a game called Cosplay Kitty.
Just all about dressing up your cat.
Yes, about dressing up kitties. That'll be awesome.
And we could add outfits to this game.
Oh my god, yes! That's so cute. Sorry. I just got really excited.
We talked about the idea of having like an in-game currency in a store and stuff before.
Yeah, that's if we get somebody to support us and make money, and then we decide to go work on this for the next 2 years.
We could do it, man.
Ah, we could.
Kitties.
Oh, goodness.
I like that idea, Shay. It's going in the bank. It's going in my memory.
Oh my god. That actually would be pretty cool. I never thought about that.
Cosplay Kitty.
Cosplay as Kitty. Oh my goodness. Alright.
You heard it here first, folks.
So if we see it, then somebody stole it.
Yeah, they
Or
told us.
4 of us know it.
Yeah. Well, that and our YouTube followers, but whatever.
Oh yeah, that too. I need to tweet about that. Okay. Oh, did a quick concept showing glow particle trail variation. Where is that?
Oh, did I add that to
Yeah.
completed? Okay. I want to add that to
do.
Oh, okay.
To do.
Okay. Okay, that's fine. That's fine.
Alright,
I
are
was
we
like-
back
I
on
was like,
you then?
Yeah, we're back on me then.
Okay. Sweet.
Yeah. All right. All right. So sound department. I think Greg was able to come around and get some few sound effects. The mailbox opening, the bouncy ball, and the toy wind up, and then a little music that you were hearing was the background music that was going on. And so we'll have to. I can listen to that when you get a chance and see exactly what your thoughts are, and just send that back to Greg when you have time. Screenshot Saturday Screenshot Saturday continues to happen. I just did it today because I forgot yesterday. So yeah, I gotta do better. But I did like late Screenshot Saturday. You can now play on the table and whatnot. And I showed the book and everything, so it kind of worked. So it should be fine. Alrighty. So for next week, general project, pretty much continue completing the project before the end of the year as our main goal to continue working on the project. Trying to get a completed APK out so we can actually, have a released product after a full year of development. And that's been our goal. Design department, we discussed the towers. I think we just discussed the towers. So is there anything else we need to discuss about the towers? I feel more solid about like this is something that it was on there last week. It was on there this week to do. I think we just did it.
Yeah, you can probably
So
take that off of the to-do
yeah,
list.
yeah, I feel comfortable taking that up. Or is it?
I think you put that on there. I think that was like to talk about the towers like we did last week. I think you'd put it on there at the beginning or something to talk about it, and then we did it during last week.
Oh.
We're good. You can delete
Okay,
it.
we're good.
Wow.
Awesome. All right. So, Shay, what are you going to be working on this week?
I'm gonna try to get the first version of the tutorial in there.
True.
Woo!
Yay.
Sweet.
That'd be cool.
Go Shay.
Yes, go Shay. Definitely.
You are a badass.
For this month, I wanted to get less worried about the sort of more long game parts of the game, and more like sort of like a demo that we could show people in 5 minutes. And then maybe we could have people start playing it after that.
Cool. It would be really good to have that. Because yeah, like I said before, like the goal of like being able to have something that's just playable. So the tutorial would be that playable piece that we can have to show. And so we'll kind of work through that part. Okay. Alrighty. That sounds great. And also you guys got a couple other things as well, Shay?
What?
You say you want spearmint of the book position and scale? I think we talked about that already.
The only thing with that still would be the scale thing. Is that from last? That's from last week, right?
Yeah, I think those are from last week.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's stuff I was gonna do this week.
Oh, okay. So we just leave all this?
Yeah.
All right.
This week would be like the tutorial. And then in a way it's sort of related, but also like I mean, because it's a lot of what the tutorial will be is like making sort of nicer animations and particle effects and stuff. And so we do a little bit of that for making a tutorial, but then also just for making, in general, like using the mailbox and book, just making those nicer in general, with some animations and stuff.
All right, fully cool. All right, thank you, Shay. Let me know if you need any help. Our department, what's going on?
Okay, so with the new crafting models out of the way, crafting item models out of the way, I have the same two quick changes that I asked Jared to make. Just making the gems larger on the collar and increasing the saturation of the green for the catnip leaves. And uploading the moat. And the next big thing is to start modeling Princess Kitty. And with this one, I have on here to start a separate texture painting with the eyes closed, and start doing that to all the cats. For David, I have on here to finish the cat weight painting and begin any of the basic animations. And then, let's see, I'm gonna finish the dragon kitty concept, as well as like show the Dragon Kitty special animation, which, as we talked about, it's gonna maybe blow a little bit of fire and toast its s'mores.
Ah! Sorry, got excited.
So I'm not sure if that will have any like gameplay, like any positive.
That's a positive. It's really a cool positive, honestly.
Maybe like once it toasts the s'mores,
Mm-hmm.
it increases its happiness or its mood.
Dude, if I could roast s'mores with my mouth, I would totally be happy.
Yes.
You're like, yeah, I just roasted s'mores. It was awesome.
I'm sorry. I just imagined you. I just imagined that. That was great. Oh my goodness.
And then I'm gonna create the upgrade button, which will be similar to the crafting button, and any other UI elements that you guys think of, let me know.
Yeah.
What exactly for the letters we wanted an accept button, right?
For the letters, I figured you'd just click on the item.
Well, there's gonna be a number of items.
Yeah.
It could be right now. I had a button. It could just be like you click anywhere on the letter.
Like a check mark or something.
Yeah, I was thinking like I don't know, a check mark or maybe something you indicated that you're putting it into your book.
Book. Yeah, maybe a book icon.
Okay. Just like the book itself, or does it need a border or anything?
It would be like, didn't you have an icon of the bookstore?
Yeah. Yeah, probably that without the symbol on it. I think there's like a carrot on it.
Yeah, one with a carrot on it.
Okay, I'm gonna make a note of that. I'm gonna upload a PNG of the book without the carrot symbol on it for that.
Yeah, good idea. I was here somewhere.
Or maybe throw the craft button image, the like place and craft button images. Put that same button image background on it. Maybe.
Okay.
At some point, we need to look at some little bit nicer design of some of the UI in the book. We talked about stuff like, I mean, I could maybe do some version of it really quick even. Just to have, we talked about like the idea of shapes for like the cats were in a circle and
yeah, Zach had a
items were in a diamond or something. I don't know.
You had a note on that we had put on. We met at Awesome Inc. You wrote it down and you had it on a sketch. I also took a picture of that and put it on the Discord channel somewhere.
It was the let me see.
I'm not sure if I wrote it down very clearly. So if I uploaded like each of these frames without any image on them.
Yeah. Yeah, we want just a frame and then just place for all the different items or whatever. We just place the image of the item over it in the game.
I'm not seeing it. It wasn't in my book.
I can repost that picture. I think I saw it the other
general. I see where you post stuff in general.
Let me see.
Is it this one?
Are you sharing, Shay?
I was looking at it. I can share. Is that Zach's?
Yeah. So
Yeah.
a little bit
Yeah,
down.
that's the one. Somewhere on there, I think he wrote it.
Cats, towers, toys, treats all have different frames.
Craftings are in squares. Materials are in diamond. Wait, what?
Yeah, diamond frame.
Yeah, so materials are diamond. Crafting item. What are crafting items? The name of materials and crafting items is the same.
Oh yeah.
Ovals, squares, diamonds, circle. So ovals for the cats, square for the towers, circles for the toys and treats, and diamonds for the materials. Is that right?
It's in the there's a picture right above that image that we found that shows it.
There's also sort of what you had in your original mock-up, right? This.
Yeah, sort of like
Yeah, that was it. Yeah, that was it. Okay, cool.
So the
You had
cats would have
in like a cat shaped cat head thing.
Yeah, he was talking more like an oval, kind of like those
Yeah.
old-fashioned portraits.
Mhm.
Then the materials had diamonds, the towers had squares, and the treats and toys that can also be in rectangles if you wanted, or circles if circles made more sense. I think that the idea was to make them consistent.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So maybe work up a couple of different ideas if you want to, but I think just consistency is what we're looking for, so that the shape of the frame speaks a language about what it is.
Mhm. And should each frame be different, a separate color? Each shape.
Each type, yeah,
Have a
you
different
could if you
frame
wanted to
color.
try that, just to
color.
reiterate it.
Color might get to be too much almost.
It might.
Because we're also
Might
doing
be.
other things with colors and.
That's true.
Mhm.
There's has to be a set language for it and whatnot. I think at this time, I don't think we actually have a set color palette for certain situations.
I mean,
and
we
for
have
like
Roy G. Biv for the mood.
yeah, exactly.
Probably
But
just
we don't have like a set like palette look of colors that would be necessary
Oh, for the
each
UI.
type of
Yeah.
for the UI and everything. But I think going from what Jay's already creating and what he's showing right now,
So show real quick also the tower. Just so you can see. So we sort of talked about different ideas for the levels. So like I picked the Roman numerals thing right now. Which I sort of want a different font for, but so there's like that shows all the different levels and they highlight as you get them, and it also shows the current level in a row numeral.
Oh yeah, that's cool.
It works.
And when you get to the final level, the bottom just entirely goes away.
Why?
You can't upgrade anymore.
But you can craft them. Oh.
And the hammer you can't push the hammer button anymore.
You can't. Like there's no.
So you're upgrading food?
So ignore that picture. Here.
Okay.
Oh, that was another picture.
I was confused.
That gets set at runtime. It doesn't really matter that. There you go.
Okay. I was.
This is the tower. So it has the different levels of the tower.
I see, and
then,
we can't go backwards. So when you
and
get
then
to
once you've
level 3.
upgraded all of it, the bottom just goes away because you can't upgrade anything anymore.
Gotcha.
And so it sort of helps just clarify that you're done. Zach
Right.
also talked about like maybe change the color of all your progress things to maybe it becomes yellow at some point, or maybe you have something at the bottom. Maybe the stuff at the bottom gets replaced by like a thing that says that indicates that it's all done or something.
That's what you have to decide. That's the thing about it.
That's sort of extra polish that we don't need to worry about too much right now.
Yeah, extra polish. There you go. Thank you very much. All right. Let's see. Do a quick. So, all right. So, I think we have it more clear now. Um, exactly the frames and the looks of the items in the book, the UI objects. And you know what? And so we'll leave the decision of like colors and everything to you, Zach, for the time. We'll leave the colors to you. In decision in deciding how that probably should look. Just keep us informed and let us know exactly what things you might be choosing for that. The language stays the same throughout each piece of the UI that's being used. Um, Also, I think this is one more thing. Do a quick concept showing glowing particle trail variations.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah. Um, yeah. Let us know. I mean, yeah. That's okay. Yeah. Just go ahead and make a concept and everything. We can see and talk about it later.
Sweet.
Sweet. That sound good, Zach?
Yes.
Well, cool. Also, all right. So moving the sound and everything. This is something that to tell me keep in mind and decide on final background music. We just got some new stuff and whatnot. I'm gonna listen to it later and see exactly how this fits. And from since we have created a new type of pretty, not a new type of game, but just a new way of playing. We need to just decide exactly what background music fits that environment, and so we can go from there and see exactly what
Where is
happens.
this music located that we need to listen to?
It's on Google Drive.
Can you post a link to it here?
I think it's in the. If you go to the. Yeah, I can
Yeah,
post a link. I'll post a link there. It's not a
Here, I'll
problem.
do it.
It just
You can
makes
do
it
sounds
easier,
too, right?
and we can
Yeah.
refer back to it easy.
So I
Sure,
posted in
sure.
the chat just now.
Yeah.
It's on the sound chat also, but
Ah,
I posted in this chat just now. If
okay.
you want to grab it.
Yeah. And he placed in the last few pieces of. Oh, interesting. This is being shared with us and everything, so I guess it's in his own drive himself. So yeah, I'll have to move that over and keep it and everything. Okay, that's cool. Alrighty.
So you can quickly copy all of them.
Yeah.
And if he's gonna do more stuff, tell him maybe a folder to put it in.
Exactly. Yeah, I'm glad he was went away. He has some, he was yeah. So yeah. Okay. Yeah, we'll just keep that in mind, and I'll continue working on Screenshot Saturday. So was there anything else that was necessary to talk about for this week? Um, I would say personally, right now, I'm still busy, so I probably won't be there on HVRE Dev on Tuesday night. Um, so it's up to. I mean, it's up. But if we need to have a meeting, I'll try to see if I can make it and make it work for us. Um, was there anything that necessary to me to talk about before we end for the day?
I think we're good. How is
We're good.
everybody feeling about the project?
I'm feeling like we're actually like getting close, like to a complete build. I just want to get it in other people's hands. That's my feeling right now. But I think that's what's going to reach at the end of the month. We'll be able to say, hey, here's the open beta for Sparkle Kitty that's actually playable with a tutorial that you can actually play and start out. And I think that we can spread that to a lot of people. Well, I mean, from Twitter, I can help spread it with a lot of people and see exactly we want to get some feedback and get people in there and stuff. We actually try it out and see if what works and what doesn't work. Oh, quick question. By the way, Shay, are you going to? Is there a design piece for the 3D model for the handle yet?
No.
Okay.
Is there? Did Jared make a book of some sort?
He did make a book, but it was it was a while back. That's the reason why. I can't remember exactly.
The whole 3D part of the book is very lacking right now. It's just that cube.
Yeah, exactly.
UI on.
Um,
And I don't think I'm not looking at it right now, but I think it needs to be more flat. The page, I think it's more curved, just like as you open a book, it has a
Yeah, I mean, a
round.
real book it has a fairly flat
Mhm.
page. I don't know.
I'm
Depends
not
on the
finding it.
book,
It doesn't
but,
have to be super flat.
It has to be super flat.
well, the way it is right now, it'd be if we just use the UI the way it is now, it should be fairly flat. Also, just I feel like functionally, you wouldn't want too terribly curved. It'd make it just
No,
harder to
but if
use.
there was a little bit of, and then like
Yeah, if it's
the
just
image
like
on the other page is the one that's probably going to be more curved, but we can apply
Um,
that like a texture.
the yeah we could at some point um yeah change it over to
Oh,
rather
no.
than just having a UI that's just sort of flat and stuck on the book, we could actually like put it on texture and then put texture the page of the book. I mean, if we really wanted to like make the book really nice, then there's all kinds of stuff we actually put
Could
the
do
pages
with
as
it.
a texture and then like have the page turn
Mm-hmm.
and actually see the texture of the page turn and stuff.
I thought about that before. That's really good. I just wanted to make sure that we don't have a big gray box where the handle should be. That was my whole thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
So
But for testing, that might be what it is until we can
yeah,
get it refined.
yeah. For now, it's fine. But my thought was that as I was talking about putting it out for the beta, I want to have a different handle for the future and whatnot. So I wanted to make sure that was in mind for that is all.
I'll probably do a concept for it.
Okay.
Handle.
Yeah.
For Jared's model.
That sounds good.
did you find the book?
No, I didn't find the book. It's
I
funny.
haven't looked.
I've been looking and I haven't found the book.
See the concept art, but not.
Thought Jared modeled something.
I remember seeing it too, Sherry.
I think at one point there was some stuff he posted